Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they love it like wow. I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Nipsey Hussle prolific, always knew I was gifted. Bumping Midnight Marauders, but serving biscuits for tips. And I hated having employment, started rapping in cafes and they would call me a poet. They tried to call me the savior, tried to call me the one. I called me the son, asking for help was calling they bluff. Calling me from a higher power, never give up. I looked inside the mirror, realizing that I got us, it was us. Cause it was us the whole time. People come and go, but it was us the whole time. It was us the whole time. People come and go, but I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Leave the past in the past, but remember all. Even when I could've crashed, I considered y'all. Who I am, I get something, I'ma split it all. I seen it all, I did it all, I said it all. Back on the wall, I didn't fall, I stayed involved. And I'ma ride, that's if you call, no string attached. And when we shine, we all recline, I'm leaning back. From out the mud, just like it was, let's bring it back. You came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing. Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering.
Salute, salute, salute. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Salute to y'all. Hit that like button on the way in. The New Jersey, New York connection is back. And y'all see
we're back.
Salute. Sharonda, salute.
Lola. Diamond Shooter.
Yeah, that's a fact. My man, I hope y'all liked the intro, you know what I'm saying? And the outro, you know what I'm saying? Got the homie Chill Will and the homie Lil Darryl in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Salute, Lil Darryl. We got Chill Wills.
Yeah. Yo, Sharonda, blessings. Lola, blessings, Queen. Chill Will, my bro. Cuba,
what up?
Black to the P. Yeah. With him.
Yeah, we got Lil Darryl up in here.
What's going on with you, though?
I'm coolin', bro. What's down with y'all?
Hey, man, it's a beautiful day. It's a great day to start the podcast
back. ¿Cómo está?
You know, good vibes, you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
Diamond Shooter. Blessings, Queen.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Man, I feel good today, man. I feel good. I feel like
peace and blessings to everybody in the building.
That's a fact. We got a great show coming up ahead, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this series that I'm starting, that we starting. It's called the American Holiday Horror Stories. We basically gonna tell, you know, the stories, the bloodshed, and you know the things behind these holidays, and why we shouldn't be celebrating somebody else's demise. You know what I'm saying? But we was manipulated into celebrating. Bless you. Well, how you say that, Gunzuntai, motherfucker? But we was we was we were manipulated and brainwashed to celebrate these holidays, even though these holidays ain't holidays.
I said,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, I'm sorry. I keep touching shit. I knocked myself out. My bad.
It's all good, bro. So everybody
what up,
good?
everybody?
Everybody doing great?
Side note.
Great. Can't complain. Life is great. Shit.
We about to go on a journey here. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a journey through history. We're going to learn something. I don't know shit about it, to be honest. I know I act like I know everything, but this is something I'm about to learn with y'all. And if y'all know, then y'all can definitely, you know, give me input. Don't be afraid to participate with the panel. You know what I'm saying? And I guess we can get this started. You know what I'm saying? You want to wait for a couple more people come in? Could y'all hit that like button when y'all come in, please? Christy,
hit that intro one more time. Hit that intro. Fuck all that. Hit that intro one more time.
Intro one more time. You got it.
One more fucking time.
You got the intro, my nigga.
Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they love it like wow. I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Nipsey Hussle prolific, always knew I was gifted. Bumping Midnight Marauders, but serving biscuits for tips. And I hated having employment, started rapping in cafes and they would call me a poet. They tried to call me the savior, tried to call me the one. I called me the son, asking for help was calling they bluff. Calling me from a higher power, never give up. I looked inside the mirror, realizing that I got us, it was us. Cause it was us the whole time. People come and go, but it was us the whole time. It was us the whole time. People come and go, but I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Leave the past in the past, but remember all. Even when I could've crashed, I considered y'all. Who I am, I get something, I'ma split it all. I seen it all, I did it all, I said it all. Back on the wall, I didn't fall, I stayed involved. And I'ma ride, that's if you call, no string attached. And when we shine, we all recline, I'm leaning back. From out the mud, just like it was, let's bring it back. You came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing.
Yes, sir.
Yo, my
Nicole
friend.
Bella.
Cosita de
Blessings,
pinga.
Queen.
That intro fire, boy. I like that.
Jersey
Bella.
Rich, salute.
Got
Salute,
that
salute,
off,
Salute to
salute.
bro.
everybody coming in the building and chilling with your boys. First time back. We got a new series for y'all. We're going to talk about some content. We're going to do, you know what I'm saying, talk about something that we all could learn from, you know what I'm saying? And that way that, you know, we can educate our kids differently. You know what I'm saying? The manipulation has to stop, and it starts with us re-educating our children.
Ese intro está de pinga, black, coño, me gusta eso, eso sí está heavy con cojones.
Salute, D-Troop,
Fuego,
salute, King.
fuego,
D-Troop.
fuego. Ave Maria, fuego.
D-Troop, what up? Okay, come on, hold on. How many likes we got? We got 16 in the building, right? What's going on here?
It's 18 in the building.
18 in the building now. How many likes we got? I'm only seeing 2 likes. Can't give us that support. Put them likes up.
I don't know, but peace, everybody. What's up, everybody? How everybody feeling today? How the world treating y'all?
Steve-O, salute, Steve-O.
Steve-O, salute. People's 212,
11
salute.
likes. Okay, we got 11 likes. Okay.
Peace, Steve-O. Peace, bro.
Okay.
Please hit that like button, man. We doing this for y'all. Definitely doing it for y'all. We appreciate y'all, all y'all.
Mira, si ustedes no dan ese like button, ustedes son unos mamapinga. Okay? Okay.
Shit.
They're gonna try to rewind this and figure it out and try to translate it. Watch. Guarantee you, watch. Somebody's gonna rewind this and try to translate. Y si tú lo haces, tú un traga leche también, coño. Coge eso.
What the fuck?
Let me stop.
Already.
Yo, Black, how was your day, Black? Well, you asked about everybody's day. How was your day? Shit. He's in the back. Okay, he's doing something. I'll take over now.
That was me asking about everybody's day.
No, my day was fine, but my day was great. I've been anticipating doing the show all day. I've been up studying and finding clips and, you know, talking to the panel, you know what I'm saying, talking to y'all in the back, trying to get this show started. I want to do a good show for the people.
Christy, ¿cómo está?
I haven't seen Christy in a minute.
Yeah.
Miss Christy.
So, Rhonda, you having a blessed day? I'm happy.
That's dope. As for me, my dog shit in the laundry room, and he a big ass dog, so it was like 10 pounds of shit. So it was pretty fucked up. It was not good.
This nigga said 10 pounds of shit. His dog shitted out a baby. His dog shitted out a baby.
Facts. Facts. Mad as hell.
Yeah, 3 leches. Yeah.
I was mad as hell.
Well, I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think about, what is y'all opinion on Columbus Day and the fact that we celebrate it and been celebrating it since we were children?
Lies, massacre.
I believe, you know, celebrating that shit is, you know, is showing that we've been indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? And not being educated. You know what I'm saying? Like we been taught lies in school.
Always.
You know, that's why it's always good to ask your kids when they come home from school, what you learn today.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's your job as a parent to re-educate them once they leave out the school system.
I was just about to say that. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Your children definitely need their education to survive in their world, their society, but you have to re-educate your child so they know what's real and what's not real. So they can distinguish reality from not reality, real from fake, a story from his story. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But I didn't. We had a problem too.
It was all a lie.
Nah, we good. We good.
It
Life
was
is
all a
good.
lie.
Life is good.
No, I'm saying they lied to us. It's all a lie. I'm telling you.
I mean, let
Yeah,
me tell you, let me tell you something. When I was a kid, right? So I was a kid, and I wasn't fortunate enough to have, you know, the parents that sit down and talk with you and tell you this is what is what. And
Right.
as a kid, when Columbus Day came around, I didn't know anybody, so I was excited. It was a day off from school. Um, I never considered him the
You
hero. I considered him a day off from school. So my best friend, who was an angel in my life, man, 34 years I've known him now. Him and his dad, they're from the Yoruba tribe in Africa, and he put me on to a lot of history, and it was through him I was able to learn, you know, the atrocities that Christopher Columbus came to America and committed. So it's not until you're educated that you're really able to understand what America is and what it was founded upon. So I mean,
it,
like Black said, it's very important to teach these kids, even if they're not your own. You teach all children.
That's a
right.
fact. The realest one everywhere. Salute.
Hey,
Delvin, salute. Um,
Realist. What up, realist?
so do y'all think he discovered America?
how?
nah, it was already here. Realest one,
But how?
salute, bro.
But how can? But is that a
Hold up,
true
it's
or is
somebody.
that facts that he never even? How can you discover something when you don't even on the land itself?
He
I
never
heard he
stepped.
was never.
He never stepped foot on North America. All right, I'm gonna get it with the story because
He,
y'all going in too deep.
I'm just saying. I'm not, what Black
We all
said.
know how Columbus came to the Americas with his 3
What he
ships,
said.
but who did he find there? And how were the Spanish greeted?
I said I'm gonna go ahead with the story because y'all going in too deep. Y'all telling shit that ain't supposed to be talking.
Wax dog. What's up, Wax dog?
Oh shit.
We all know how Columbus came to the Americas with his 3 ships,
Wax
but
dog,
who did he
salute.
find there? And how were the
Salute to a
Spanish
real one.
greeted? This is the story of the first
Peace,
contact
Wax
between the
dog.
Native
Peace.
American and the Spanish people, and what followed after. The Caribbean, 1492. On October 11th, 1492, the Spanish were approaching the Bahamas from the northeast when they saw something interesting. Land was first seen by a sailor named Rodrigo de Triana. But Admiral Columbus, at 10 o'clock, saw a light, though he was uncertain that he could affirm it was land. Afterwards, Columbus claimed he saw the light once or twice more, like a wax candle rising and falling. It seemed to some to be an indication of land. Columbus had to make certain that land was close. Columbus asked and admonished the men to keep a good lookout on the forecastle and to watch well for land. He made a statement saying that a reward of a silk doublet, along with 10,000 maravedis promised by the sovereigns, would go.
I want to salute my manager, Vlad. That's you down there, Vlad. Let me bring it up. Let me bring it up. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, brother? I can't hear you. Your mic muted. Yeah, your microphone muted down there, brother. I still can't hear you, bro. Yeah, your mic muted. You got to unmute your mic.
You can't text him, Black.
Nah, he trying to get it done right now.
Oh, okay.
All you gotta do at the bottom of your screen, you should see a microphone, a camera, where you can turn your camera off and your mic on. You gotta unmute your mic. You mute it right now. Nah, you can't figure it out. Yeah, young blood. We can't hear you at all, brother.
He got the setup over there though.
Yeah, he
Got
got
the
the
crazy
setup.
setup.
but his mic is just not working.
Ask him, can he hear us?
Hey, if you can hear us, give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, young blood. I don't even think could you hear us, young blood?
Motherfucker, you didn't see him put no goddamn thumbs up. You just tapped the thumbs up.
There you go. Look, God, boy. It's too early to start this shit, cool. Let's get 3 shows in before you start this shit, bro.
You just asked the man. You just asked the man to put his thumbs up and hear us.
Not the people as they come in, bro. Fatty ass salute. Hey, young blood, we still ain't getting you, yo. Maybe you need to back out and come back in and make sure that your mic is connected.
Oh, shit.
For some reason, we can't hear you at all. But I'm going to continue with the show. Just let me know when you can talk. That's the homie from Texas. Right there. Give me a second. I'm going back to the content.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. Where Fatty at? Fatty, salute, Fatty. Realest one. Oh, shit. There goes Bella.
Go to the first sailor to see land. At 2 hours after midnight, land was sighted at a distance of 2 leagues. Columbus ordered the 3 ships to halt and wait for daylight before going further. The next day, on October 12, 1492, after 2 months at sea, Columbus and his crew finally clearly spotted land. It's not known where they landed, but we can say for sure that they landed somewhere in the Bahamas. Having landed, they saw trees very green and fruits of diverse kinds. Upon reaching land, Columbus fell to his knees, thanked God for a safe voyage, and planted a flag in the ground, claiming the land for Spain, as the Taínos, who had lived there for 1,000 years, watched from behind trees and bushes. Shortly after landing, many of the island's inhabitants assembled on the beach. The Taínos gave them food and drink, gifts of parrots, cotton, and other goods. And the Spaniards gave them gifts of red hats and beads. The Taíno people had never seen white men before and thought they were gods. Columbus spent the next 2 months looking for gold. In December of 1492, while they were sailing east of Cuba, 3 ships under the command of Columbus approached the second largest island in the Caribbean, which
They
they
skipped
later
a lot of
called La
parts,
Española.
boy.
Just when he was about to return to Spain on Christmas Eve, his ship, the Santa Maria, ran aground and sank. The Taíno chief, Guacanagari, told his people to help the Spanish and retrieve every salvageable item.
That's what they did.
A problem arose when all the sailors who had accompanied Columbus could not fit on the 2 remaining and smaller ships. So a fort was built using the salvaged wood from the Santa Maria, and 39 men were left behind at a fort Columbus called La Navidad. Shortly after, Columbus set sail for Spain, taking some of the natives and birds, foods, and plants to show the king and queen. For the second voyage, Columbus was given a fleet of 17 ships and some soldiers. Upon arrival at La Navidad, Columbus found the fort burned to the ground, and all 39 men he had left behind had been killed.
I wonder why.
Hey, James, salute. How you, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Black? How you doing, man?
I'm all right, brother. I'm good. This is my
appreciate
co-host
you.
right here, Cooper Del Bronx. Cooper, that's my
How you
man
doing,
James
brother?
from Texas. He worked with my manager Vladimir. That's my co-host Lil Daryl at top, and that's my co-host Chill Will at the bottom. Where you at?
All
Yo,
right.
peace, James.
Peace, James.
Hey, what's going on? What's
You
going
want
on,
to
people?
fill us in? You got anything you can fill us in on, James?
Well, I'm gonna say this, man. Everything that they just played was a very interesting fantasy of how the reality happened. Of how the documented reality happened. You know, I mean, sure enough, I mean, one of the things that I think is more important for any and everybody to know when it comes to Christopher Columbus and before he even started sailing is the fact that he had already heard, and not just him, but the King of Portugal, Don Juan, all of those people over there, the King of Spain, they had already heard and knew what to expect when coming over to the Americas. That was point blank. This is what we're looking for. The reason why they actually knew is because in their sails and their trips going to Africa, they had already seen other Africans coming across the water in their own specially made boats. Now, these boats weren't anything like the boats that were, I mean, that you see the Spaniards and all of them. Like that. Yeah, they you know what I'm saying? They were the Spaniards, and then back then you call that the Cadillac of boats. You know what I'm saying? They weren't riding Cadillacs, you know what I'm saying? They were in Toyotas. They were making those long voyages in those little Toyotas. But the reason why they were able to do that though is because they knew how to ride those currents. You know, they knew where to leave from. They knew how to jump on those currents, and they knew that the currents would actually take them straight to where they needed to go. And as a matter of fact, one of the most important things I think that people need to know is the fact that Christopher Columbus had Africans on his boat navigating for him. As a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, one of the Nino, let me see, I got his name. I pulled up his name, Pedro Alonso Nino. Now, more than likely, that was one of the ones that were already going back and forth anyway, that they used to navigate for them. But that was Pedro Alonso Nino was the actual African that they had on Christopher Columbus's boat himself, whichever one of those boats it was that he was on, that actually navigated for him. But they knew what they were getting into, and the kings of those lands of Spain and Portugal, when those Africans showed up and appeared in front of those kings, those people, they had spear tips that were composite metals made of gold, silver, and copper mixed together. They gave it some sort of special name, but those people say, hey, if they got that there, let's go ahead and send all our people over there so we can go get that stuff. And that started a whole lot of trouble for us, man. I think for us, the Africans, period.
So was Christopher Columbus a discoverer or a slaughterer?
Man, you brother, I think you already know the answer to that question, man. He was in my definition of Christopher Columbus, what I would call him is a rogue criminal. He was a rogue criminal. The reason why I use those particular terms, well, we know criminal right off the bat, but the reason why I call them rogue, you got to understand, they were actually not Portugal, but Spain was actually looking to kill this motherfucker. Excuse my French, y'all.
Okay.
But yeah, they were looking to kill Christopher Columbus. You know, he was say what now?
You said the Spaniards were looking to kill him?
Yeah, they wanted to kill him.
Because I heard he was half Italian. Anyway, I heard he wasn't even, he was half Italian and half Christian or something like that.
Man, he was Christopher Columbus was double dealing behind everybody. Every single person that he made a trade with, every single person that he made a deal with, he was stealing from people. He was robbing from people. I mean, he was damn near a pirate. You know, I mean, he didn't act accordingly as a pirate, but he was doing all that shady business behind people. He was not paying his debts. They wanted to assassinate him, literally. And you look, I mean, to get that information, I grabbed that information out of the book that came before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. In that particular book right there, yeah, his whole entire opening chapter is all about the backstory of Christopher Columbus. Like, who was this guy? And hands down, Christopher Columbus just wasn't too cool.
Okay. I'm gonna go back into this video real quick.
Yeah,
So
let's
we can
go.
elaborate a little bit more.
New Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola, born for a bolder taste. Jack Daniels and Coca-Cola. Born for this.
Make sure we on point. Why did I-
Hey, yo, bro, Christopher Columbus bring Jack Daniels and Coke.
yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher Columbus is all over America. There are statues in his honor, streets and cities are named after him. He's got his own national holiday, complete with parades. For centuries, Columbus has been celebrated as the brave explorer who discovered the New World.
We celebrate Columbus Day, the anniversary of that day in 1492, when Columbus first sighted the land of the New World, America.
But Columbus never even set foot on North American soil. His 4 voyages brought him to the modern-day Caribbean islands, Central and South America, but never to the country where more than 50 cities, towns, and counties bear his name. We rarely hear about the other explorers, who actually landed in the US just a couple decades after Columbus. So how did a man who never even set foot in North America end up with a national holiday and a permanent place in American mythology? Columbus and his arrival in the Americas is mostly introduced to kids through books, songs, or cartoons like this one.
I will discover a shortcut to India and bring back some of the great wealth I find there. And I can do it, for I know the world is round.
One of the many problems with cartoons like this one is that it taught a lot of wrong information. Children were told that Columbus defied conventional wisdom and proved the world was round. But at the time, people already knew the Earth was round. Columbus actually claimed the world was smaller than predicted, and he was wrong. Children were also told that Columbus's voyages to the inhabited islands in the Americas were peaceful.
The people Columbus called Indians were very friendly, and they gave Columbus and his men many gifts.
But they don't mention that Columbus and his men were responsible for the mass deaths of native people. A friar who lived on the islands Columbus reached and experienced the brutality of the conquest wrote about it. He wrote, "They forced their way into settlements, slaughtering small children, old men, and pregnant women." These details have been kept out of most textbooks from the beginning, allowing Columbus to become an American icon. The idealized version of Columbus is as old as the United States. It all began during the War of Independence when the US fought the British. The new nation needed a rebellious non-British symbol, and they found one in Columbus. Once the US won independence, streets and cities were named after him. Columbus's iconic status was further cemented in 1828 when Washington Irving published a biography glorifying him. He described him as brave, heroic, and a genius, but he neglected to mention his brutal treatment of indigenous people. But Columbus's real big break came in the late 1800s, when the country he'd never visited started experiencing some massive changes. Italian immigrants were arriving in the United States in big numbers, and they faced harsh discrimination. They were treated as perpetual foreigners and restricted to manual labor. Their Catholic beliefs opened the door for even more discrimination, so they embraced Columbus. After all, he was Italian and Catholic and already admired. So he quickly became an icon for Italian immigrants who argued that they too belonged in America. On the 400th anniversary of Columbus's arrival in 1892, Columbus Day was first brought into the school system. Schools held celebrations and students pledged allegiance to the flag for the first time, associating Columbus with patriotism in classrooms across America. A year later, Columbus became the theme of the World Expo in Chicago, branding him America's hero around the world. As Columbus and his legend became further embedded in American culture, so did the Knights of Columbus, a Catholic social club founded by Italian immigrants. By 1937, the Knights of Columbus had gained enough influence to convince President Roosevelt to proclaim Columbus Day a federal holiday. But not everyone wanted to celebrate Columbus. While the myth of Columbus had been developing throughout history, Native Americans in the US had been dealing with destruction and discrimination for centuries at the hands of all the European settlers that followed Columbus. But in the 60s, things started changing in America. As the civil rights movement demanded change, Native rights became a part of the conversation.
We've asked the government for hundreds of years to do things for our people or with our people. The government has only compromised, only given us token issues to deal with. We're here today as living factors of the problem that are still existing.
Lord Darrell, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Now explain to me again what a $5 Indian is.
Yeah, I saw that and I just started laughing, man.
A $5. It was paying $5 to get Native American put on a birth certificate so they could take claim to the land. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be talking about, you know what I'm saying? You got to know who you are first. You know what I'm saying? If everybody thinking they're Africans, that's the first thing they tell you. Go back to Africa. We all not African. You know what I'm saying? Some of us was here first. And that's why these light-skinned people, you know what I'm saying, got Indian reservations and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew to pay them $5 to get that shit put on their fucking birth certificate, claiming some shit that's ours.
Right. I
You know,
heard
we the native people. You know, when he came here, he met people of copper tone descent. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between the fucking African and the fucking native person. We all not Africans.
Right. What you got to say, James?
Man, first of all, that doggone $5 Indian that they put up there to talk for him had me rolling just now, man. I was like, come on, dude. We supposed to actually believe it. And they talking about our people. I'm like, God damn, man, it's fucked up. But hey, look at this. One of the things that I want to point out, you know, at the beginning of that segment of the video, when you started playing it, it said that they came, that the rest of the people came as explorers behind Christopher Columbus, right? None of those people ever came as explorers behind Christopher Columbus. They became explorers after settling where they landed in, you know. But those people came as they came as colonizers, and they came and looking to get rich. That's it. That is the only reason why they came here, because the word was, hey, when you arrive, these people are gonna treat you so nice. They're gonna feed you and give you gifts. Like when Christopher Columbus, like I said, Christopher Columbus, he didn't set foot in North America because he made a deal between Portugal and Spain to split between the two. And an interesting fact that I learned myself was that Columbus for Colombia and Amerigo Vespucci, them two were best friends, man. Them two were road dogs, basically, in their time. You know,
that's the dude that with America, right? That's what America named after.
There you go, and that's the dude they got their name America from. And the thing is, that's how they split it. That's exactly how they split it. Columbus had everything on the south, where he was making money off of everything on the south, and Amerigo, he was making money off of everything that was north of Columbus, where Columbus had settled his people and stuff like that. But everything else, go ahead.
That's crazy.
But yeah, everything else was hands down truth, man. I mean, they instituted slavery. As soon as they got here, all of them, they instituted slavery. They had I'm gonna use the quotation marks here, quote unquote concentration camps. You know, they had all of that stuff here. I want to call them the Indians that were here. I want the Native Africans that were here. You gotta remember, South America is the largest population. There's a reason why it's one of the largest populations of Black people. Well, we call them Black people now, you know what I'm saying? The larger populations of Africa is over here in the Western Hemisphere.
Let me ask you a question. Were the native people Indians? I thought Indians would be from India.
Well, no, I call it. See, that's the thing. I use the term Indian in its grammatical correctness. You know, it's the way it's supposed to be used. People that are indigenous to a particular area. So right. when I say Indian, I'm saying the Africans that were already here and had been here for like thousands of years.
You mean indigenous?
The indigenous people. I call them Indians based on that, not Indians as in the all the other feather in the hair and all the other things that you see. Not like that.
I got you. I'm gonna play a little bit more of the video, then we can get back into combo.
Historians started re-examining Columbus and his story, correcting the myth and including the missing historical facts. As revelations about Columbus have become mainstream, some people have rejected the holiday, as well as the man and the legacy behind it. Today, cities around the US are opting out of celebrating Columbus Day. In some cities, they are choosing to celebrate Indigenous Peoples Day instead. At the same time, more than half of Americans think celebrating Columbus Day is a good idea, according to a poll commissioned by the Knights of Columbus. Most countries are formed with the help of myths and heroes to forge a sense of unity and belonging. It's human nature. But as the myth of Columbus is confronted with brutal historical facts, the US will have to decide which myths are worth keeping and which ones to discard.
Yo, Black, you there? So all these lies they've been telling us all this time. So that's what they said.
They immediately.
I mean, I see it being a bigger problem that they want to get rid of, like they say, and get rid of CRT, or it's not necessarily CRT, it's just literally Black history and everything else. Whereas this is some of the stuff that they should be teaching people.
Yeah, they wanted to eliminate that in the schools. We did a story about that they wanted to eliminate that.
Critical race theory, right? You talk about critical race theory.
I mean, but it's called critical race theory is not even taught in schools. You just get Black history in K through 12. That's all you get is Black history, and then that's you know, washed out. You know, so I mean, they only gonna give you like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Rosa Parks. You know what I'm saying? They might give you Harriet Tubman, right? But they don't give you like the real actual stuff, because other than that, they're gonna start talking to you about Beyonce. That was the most embarrassing thing I ever seen. I went to a school and saw them talking about Beyonce for Black History Month. I was like, come on, man, that is ridiculous.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
I agree with you. Not that she's not gonna be history, not that she won't be going down in history, or she won't be somebody to study for children in the future.
Stay on topic here, fellas. Stay on topic here, fellas. We're talking about the hero, Christopher Columbus. Stay on topic here.
The false hero. The false hero is Christopher Columbus. I mean, but it ties in though, man. Like I said, like this is some of the information that they should be teaching in the schools though, for real. This is important stuff.
That's a fact.
Facts. I've heard that man, hold up, Black. I heard that Manhattan was purchased by the explorers for $25, and that's how it got the name Manhattan, because the indigenous people considered them mad, crazy. It's the mad men with hats. So it's the Manhattan. That's where they got that name from, and it was brought for $25.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I didn't even know that.
All right, y'all. Look, we're gonna be reading from this book called "Discovering the Mysteries of Ancient America." Watch this. It says, according to Anne A. Morris in her multi-volume description of the Temple of the Warriors of Chichen Itza, the interior painting of a man was all too typical of the Negro, and unlike the Maya, to be readily taken for accident. So she said in the temples of the warriors of Chichen Itza, they were Negro paintings. And she said, you cannot mistake these people for nothing else other than Negroes. That's why she said, unlike the Maya, to be readily taken for accident. She said, you're not going to mistake these people for nothing else but Negroes. Watch this. It says that blacks were still present in remote corners of Middle and Central America when early Spanish explorers is attested by Pedro Morter, Spain's court historian, in 1530. So in 1530, Pedro Morter was saying that Negroes was in the Americas. So if he was saying this in 1530, that means they had to be here before 1530. I thought blacks wasn't brought to America until 1619. You see how their stories always get crossed? Always. Watch this. So Pedro Morter is going to quote Nunez de Balboa. Watch this. It says, describing the discovery of the Pacific Ocean, he quotes Nunez de Balboa, saying that at Isthmus of Panama, he and his fellow Spaniards met Negro slaves from a region where nothing but Negroes are bred, who are ferocious and extraordinarily cruel. So Nunez de Balboa said these Negroes had to have been here as slaves. But as we read down, the archaeologists are going to debunk that, because anytime they find black people in the Americas, they immediately jump straight to slave. Immediately. These people can't help it. They jump directly to slave, and that's the problem. And that's why we bring out all of this information, so you guys can see all of this stuff has been debunked. And they always lie and say, we don't have no proof, we don't have no evidence, no archaeology. We're going to show it to you. Watch this. Now watch what the archaeologist says as we read down. It says, we believe that in former times, Negroes who were out for robbery navigated from Africa and being shipwrecked, established themselves in these mountains. So they always going to attribute us to Africa. Y'all always got to understand that. So what y'all got to know is you just got to push that out of your mind and push that to the side, because anytime they find dark people that's browner or darker than a brown paper bag with tightly curled hair, they're automatically going to call you Africans. That's just how it works.
What in all the fuck is that?
But watch this. It says the Indians have internal fights full of hatred with the Negroes. It says, however, mainstream archaeologists and conventional historians believe the existence of West African blacks in America dates back at least as far in time as the Mayas, who flourished from 200 BC to 900 AD. It says, indeed, at least enough of these Native American Negroes were still in existence to be personally observed by Balboa and his fellow conquistadors. You understand what they're saying? They're saying that these Negroes were here way before slavery. And the fact that Nunez de Balboa is mentioning this, these people had to be here before the 1500s, because Pedro Morter, as we read at the top, was Spain's court historian. He was mentioning this in 1530. So that means they would have had to be here before 1530 if he's mentioning it, which lines up with Hernando de Soto when he got to Florida in 1512. He described the Florida Indians as big and black. He said they were big black Indians. So it debunks any of their lies, because the archaeologists are saying, nope, these Negroes were here before that. But watch this. Now, you can't look at this head and tell me that this is not a Negro. That is a Negro man, sir. So all of y'all claiming there's no archaeology, there's no evidence. There's evidence. You just don't want to accept it. Let's read about this head. Let's see if they're going to say this is a Native American or this is somebody else. Watch this. It says the facial features of these Mesoamerican terracotta heads cannot be misconstrued as typically Indian. You see that? They said there's no way you're going to tell me that these is Native Americans. They know off the bat. They know right off the bat that this is not a Native American. That's why they wrote that in the book. You think these are archaeologists that's looking at this. These are archaeologists and scientists and historians. They're all coming together on one accord saying, yeah, there's no way that this is a Native American. They know already. It says both museum pieces share a room with other sculptures from the Veracruz area on the Atlantic coast, where ships following the Canary Island current sweeping across the mid-Atlantic from West Africa would have been carried into the Gulf of Mexico from Ghana or Senegal. Why do they call them West Africans? Because they know these people are not Native Americans. But watch this. Now, this is in a book called Unexpected Faces in Ancient America. Now, you tell me you about to look at this guy and tell me this is a Native American? Come on, man. Stop it. Head, this is found 2,000 years. This is in pre-classic times. That means 2,000 years ago. Before Christianity ever started, this was here. That's a Negro. Now, this is a very interesting piece because I've always said that Negroes and natives were here together. Over the years, you had a lot of racism and hatred that tried to divide people and say, no, y'all West African and y'all Mongoloids, blah, blah, blah. And like I told y'all, I've been guilty of it. But if you look at this guy has Asiatic and Negroid features. You can look, he looks like he's a mix of us and Native Americans. As it even says it says head of a Teutonic dancer from Veracruz.
We lost Black for a second. Yeah, that would look like.
All right, you got your boy Cool of the Bronx. We got Lil Darryl up in here. We got Chill Wills. We got Jay Youngblood here. Shit, he probably fell asleep. No, I'm stuck. So what's going on here? What you think about this, Chill Wills?
Well, you know, that video was nice, but in the beginning it talked about how he got to, you know, Puerto Rico and all that, and the Taino people, you know, they had the gold, and he came with his nice little hats and his bracelets and stuff. But what they're failing to mention is that he used to cut off their ears and tongues and parade the victims down through the island to, you know, as examples for people who refused to get them the gold, who were disobedient and didn't want to, you know, fall into the what they wanted them to do. So I mean, they took little 10, 11, 10 to 12-year-old girls and threw them on the ships for the captains to raise. They even took them back to Spain. You know, so they was raping and pillaging and wilding out from the start.
That's what I was gonna say too. Like, conquer. That's all it was. It was all conquer. They want the land. They do anything to take the land, and it still happens up to this day right now of things we don't know. What's going out there with the diamonds and the oils and stuff like that.
We need to get a fucking petition together and sign it to stop celebrating that shit. Make them take that shit just like we made them take all them fucking statues down. We need to make them take that fucking holiday back.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they started knocking down the statues already.
Wait. I'm sorry. Who said they was taking down these statues?
I've heard in certain places.
Down here in New Orleans, man, we snatching all that fucking Andrew Jackson and all that shit that Jeff Davis and all them people that all them fucking statues of these fucking races and shit. That shit had to come down in New Orleans.
Yeah, all them Confederate
New Orleans. So do you know how many statues still remains?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. The shit can't just be, you know, one state, two states.
Well, we still got 149 of them still left up.
Yeah, we ain't got none of them standing in New Orleans. We fought for that shit. We was out there protesting every day until that shit came down.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
I know they took over 100 of them down, but they still said they have 140 something remaining still.
And them people ain't gonna finish taking all that stuff down, man. I mean, that's a symbol of their power. I mean, of what they consider to be their power. I mean, they gonna leave that stuff, and if it ain't up in public, it's gonna be up in their house. They gonna find some excuse, no matter what. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of the whole Christopher Columbus holiday, man, so that they know that what I'm saying. How did the Roman Catholics say? By this sign we shall conquer. Them people came over and they conquered every damn thing. For real.
But for them to really, like, you take the Confederate flag shit that they started taking down a couple of years ago, that's all gone. In order for them to do away with all the Christopher Columbus statues, that would be them admitting to a flaw in our history. So that's so much more bigger than them taking down the statues. Once they admit that flaw, then they got to start making adjustments to other things such as the Constitution and the way things are divvied up. So I doubt that they'll ever do away with that, because that starts to put a crack in the armor. You know what I mean?
I agree wholeheartedly.
But you see how they try to take the history, Black history, off the textbooks and everything. But then again, they want to educate these young babies with the letters, gay, bacon, tomato crew. It's just crazy. It just don't make no sense. And like I was telling Black earlier too about taking over. It's still happening to this day right now. I mean, you can see certain places they just like I think it was about 3 months ago I made a report about how do they even deport people from Africa who lived there, how they was deporting people from Africa because the land they wanted. It's crazy. It's a sad thing. It's still happening. This was in here. It's called many days. I'm not mistaken. They took the statues down here. Where down here? Where they took the statues at, Diamond? Where at? Shit, because they be having that big ass parade right outside the window. Okay, we just lost one right now. Okay.
Hey Eve, how you doing, Queen?
Hey Vlad, what up?
What's up?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man.
Everybody, this Vlad. James just dropped down just now. I just came back. For some reason, my internet went out. I had to come back.
Okay.
What's going on with you, Vlad?
None, just joining in, listening in, man.
That's what's up. Chill Will, this is my manager, Vlad. Cool, what's up, bro? This is my manager, Vlad.
What's up, good people?
What's up?
Manager Vlad.
Salute, my brother.
Frankie Blanco, saludo, pai, saludo.
Frankie, my friend, what's up,
You got
Frankie?
everybody here, man. You got
Frankie
Cuban,
Blanco.
you got everything over here. You got Benny Blanco from the Bronx. Everybody's here. Shit.
Yeah.
That's what's
up.
How
you doing, Vlad?
Hey man, so I'm catching this on the late side, but yeah, man, they're taking down a lot of the statues. And unfortunately, I have a lot of Italian friends, but they seem to have a problem with us contesting the history.
Right.
And they take it personal, and I gotta be like, look, man, you gotta look at the real history and understand this guy was a child rapist, child murderer, and just accept that fact. And you should denounce him too.
That's a fact.
I mean, I'll take the day off and everything because I'm getting it, but it's not something Yeah, it ain't nothing I'm celebrating or commemorating, and it's crazy because when I was little, we did the book report, we did the Nina, the Pinta, we did all that,
We did
believing he was
all
an
that.
actual
Right.
explorer and that he did something great, and turns out he's just a big fraud and a mistake.
Sister True, salute. Eve, salute. Hey, yo, Vlad, how long you knew me, Vlad?
Shit, 25, 30 years, something like that, man. Don't make me age myself, man.
Nah, it's all good. We all old. We all.
Hey, I need somebody to take the fall for me now. Shit.
Shit.
Shit, I can get off my goddamn back already.
So,
I mean, don't.
so since you know me,
Yeah.
like, what do you think about me? Like, I want to know. No, I
Oh,
know that.
you're. I hate you, bro. You're like, if I was near you, I'd choke. Nah, I think. Look, the reason I've known you that long and maintain contact is you're a good brother. I mean, shoot, I'm alive because of you. I mean, I could have been dead or in prison if it wasn't for you. All the jams you kept me out of, and I mean, you're a family person. I let you around my children, my mom, my family, my brother, my sister. You know, anybody has to say
Right,
something
that's my
different, man.
family.
I got receipts. You
No,
know,
that's a fact.
so and most of the people that let's say do business with you or interact with you, they understand what type of character you have. If not, they would just cut it off. We're all grown. We know who to stay away from.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
We met when we was kids. We lived across the street from each other. You actually lived next door to Previn, Cool V,
Yeah.
Biz
Cool
Markie,
V.
Vaughn Lee. You know, Biz Markie and them. That's where they had the studio
Cool Craig.
in the basement at Previn House. They was doing. That's when they was doing the songs like the Vapors and all that from the basement.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't know that history.
Wait. Who said they took them off? The ones in Manhattan. Well, Diamond, let me tell you. They took one only from Manhattan, but they got the one still in Central Park, Columbus Circles, in Manhattan. Then they got the Columbus Park in Brooklyn also. They got one over there. Don't forget. So that's three already we got over here in New York City. That's crazy.
Word. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. You all right, Vlad? I see you going in and out.
No, I'm here. Don't worry.
All right.
I'm doing research as I'm talking to you guys, so I can
what I was saying was we met as kids. What was our first interaction with each other?
Football.
And football. That's a fact. We lived.
Yeah. So
we had a
met
park that separated us. Right.
Was he still a Giants fan back then?
What you said?
Absolutely, man. So yes, but at the same time, I was a 49ers fan with the comeback kids, Jerry Rice, Montana.
Yeah, I'm a Giants fan. You know, I don't
but look, man, you. So we talk about Columbus or us, man. You messing it up right here, man.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. Cuba mentioned back Columbus. Like we can go. We can do whatever you want to do.
Look, so far since 2018,
I'm blaming on Cuba now. Shit.
They've removed at least 40 of these Columbus monuments. You know, and obviously, 40? Yeah. And matter of fact, look, you guys watch The Sopranos at all?
Right.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched that episode. I watched that episode where the Italians was burnt. They was having that protest. Yep.
And it shows you how people and watch this. Let me just talk about history, right? You guys obviously know who Genghis Khan is, right? So if you're a descendant of the winner, it works in your favor. Yeah. You know, you're going to cheer for that. You're going to wave the flag. But then if you were the oppressed, the murdered, where your family got killed and raped and pillaged, you're not going to feel the same way. The history is written by the winner, which is why we have these statues. Now, it's unfortunate.
You muted yourself, Vlad. You still muted. There you go.
Okay.
You unmuted, man.
See, we're talking too much truth. They're trying to shut us down, man.
I've always talked the truth, Vlad. I mean, people think I was crazy.
So, are you guys going to continue this type of show week to week or every 2 weeks?
This is going to be a day. Tomorrow we're going to do Tomorrow we're going to do the basically do St. Patrick's Day.
Okay.
We'll talk about the St. Patrick's Day massacre. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these holidays got backstories that's fucked up. That you know what I'm saying. So we just trying to educate and bring forth knowledge to those that have lack of. I didn't know any of this stuff about Columbus.
I like that you're honest about not knowing it and joining the conversation to learn, right? That I like that a lot.
Word.
You know, and then how JY dropped off, but how what you guys think of JY?
Would you not say that again? Oh, James.
Yeah.
Yo, James, yeah, he seems very intelligent. He seemed like he knew what he was talking about. I would play half a video and he would just fill us in on that's a bunch of bullshit. That's the way they want y'all to think that the shit went, but it actually went like this. Like he was very informational, you know what I'm saying? I dropped down. I was
Good,
showing
good.
the
He knows
video
his
and
stuff.
the internet flipped out on me, but I'm back now.
Yeah, that was talking about
No, but
giving you
everybody
bracelets,
on the
give
chat,
you this.
What you said, Cuba?
Yeah.
No, I was saying they was giving that bullshit story about we'll give you food, we'll give you bracelet. This it was a takeover. It was completely a takeover.
Yeah, that's a fact. There was no
Absolutely.
no sharing amongst them, no con sharing. They came over there and they killed them people. They said they was killing old.
They killed them. They did not kill them. Okay, they did not kill them. They slaughtered them. They just
slaughtered them.
murdered them.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what's that?
Crazy? He was bragging.
Little kids, pregnant women? Nah, that's wild.
Look,
So
in his
another
writings,
thing,
Columbus was actually bragging.
another thing that they did, right, was they had the indigenous people in those like headlock chains, and they were chained like neck to neck to neck to neck. So when the let's say one person out of that chain gang was too tired to keep going, rather than that captor untying them and whipping their ass or something like that, they just cut off their heads so they didn't have to stop. Nah, they cut their head from the chain link so that way they could just keep moving.
Keep going.
It was
That's
at
right.
all costs.
That's right.
So like
This
they
is
terrorize
horrific.
these people.
Look, man.
They terrorize these people to move and keep moving and keep moving with the ears, the tongues, the raping of the little girls, the beheading. I mean, they had no choice but to keep it going.
Look, I got a stupid theory, right? Which is this is why the aliens won't talk to us, because we're so savage and brutal that they're advanced, civilizations that see how we treat each other for no reason other than money or riches, and they go, yeah, we can't fuck with those people. We're demons. It's unfortunate from day one.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So you're telling me you think they're just up there? You don't think they around us? Well, that's gonna be a whole.
So there's many theories, right? That's a good question. So watch this. They could be above us from other planets, obviously, right? But they could also be interdimensional. They could be on the same plane we are, just in a different dimension plane, or they could be coming from the sea and they're already here with us. And obviously, if you watch, man, like, yeah, go for it.
Guys, excuse me. I don't want to be rude, bro. I promise you, I don't.
No,
we're talking about Christopher Columbus. We went to Black. We went to the aliens. We went to Beyonce. We gotta stay on. We gotta stay on our hero here, right? We're talking about a hero here.
Christopher Columbus was an alien.
He's absolutely right, though. That's another show right there.
Chill, Christopher Columbus was an alien, man.
That's next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday, tune in. I know it. That's a whole nother topic right there.
Christopher Columbus was a fucking alien, man.
Who's that talking? Yo, this guy's a good moderator. He shut it down.
Damn, man, what the fuck that was I smoked?
That guys is crazy. That mother was out of space.
So what do you think, Black? Is that's not a day to celebrate? That's a day that we shouldn't be celebrating, or are you fine with celebrating that after you know the true history?
The question, because what are we celebrating? A guy who made a mistake and thought he found the Indians, but wasn't really in India, and then raped and killed everybody. What's to celebrate? Not a goddamn thing. And as humans, we got to become better and say, hey, we've been celebrating this. This is messed up. Let's not do that anymore. And let's tell the real history. You understand what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll take the day off and the overtime if need be, because it's already there.
Right.
But I'm not celebrating it. I go to work. I don't have shit to celebrate. I don't put up no posters, no flags, nothing. It's a regular day for me.
No, I know that.
And I'm
right.
teaching my children the real history. The school's teaching them that little bullshit.
That's
Right?
why.
My children at 6 and 11 know the real history.
Right. Right.
That's good. It's good to educate your kids at home. It's good
That's
to
right.
ask them when they come home from school, what you learn today. You know what I'm saying? My mom always asked us that
Absolutely.
when we came home
Yes,
from
you're
school,
right.
what y'all learn today? If it was some bullshit that she
No,
ain't
you're
agree
right.
with, she set her straight.
Welcome back, James.
Yes.
Hey man, sorry about that. The phone dropped the screen. Didn't know what happened, man.
It's all good. My internet cut off on me too.
bro-
Somebody don't want this podcast to go through.
James, you missed
you
it, man. We
gotta
just
switch
discovered
from
that
that.
Christopher Columbus was an alien.
Yeah. Next Monday, 6 to 7.
That's a fact.
Oh, man.
That's a fact.
Christopher Columbus got 3 nipples, bro. He's an alien.
Yeah, that bitch an alien.
This guy's
Fuck that
crazy.
bitch.
This guy's crazy, man. This guy's crazy.
So it's safe to say that because you're Colombian, you have nothing to do with this shit, right, Vlad?
I mean, I don't know how much I have to do with it. Maybe I put the coke on the boat. I don't know. I don't remember.
But
I don't know what my cousins were doing at the time. we had that whole shit on lock. You ain't hear with the Nina, the Pinta, and the Escobar? You ain't hear about that one, right?
Was Columbus involved?
Yeah.
I don't. You know what? I don't know what we were doing around that time. So,
around what time, Vlad? I missed it.
The Columbus times. I actually have to look more into my own history. I've been indoctrinated too much into American history.
Right.
And it was crazy. I learned more about Columbus through TikTok than history books. That's killing me.
Mm-hmm.
That like I could watch a 3-minute TikTok video and learn more actual history with references than what's in the school system.
Right.
Being in Texas, by the way, guys, they're against CRT and man, when I tell you Texas is bad with historical events, they're trying to rewrite in the history books. Like for example, that
they trying to eradicate slavery out the history book.
Yeah,
So
that they
Florida.
were just they were helpers.
No, it started in Texas first. Chill, Will.
Yeah.
No, but Florida is
Yeah,
in Texas.
Yeah, I know Florida's trying to follow right in behind them.
Yeah, Florida is ridiculous, bro. They taking hundreds of thousands of books out the classroom so that these kids can't learn no type of history. They don't want you to learn nothing but Caucasian history, European history.
And you know what else they take? You know what else they taking out the school?
Here they got the.
What's that?
They taught us how to write in cursive and how to read in cursive, but now they're not teaching the kids how to read in cursive and write cursive. But all the important documents are written in cursive. So who gonna explain those documents to these children?
You know, Texas got the most. Texas got the most to hide though, because they know that land belonged to the Incas, so they got to do everything they can to get shit erased and forgotten about. They know all of Texas is stolen.
When Mexicans come over here, they just coming home. They're not coming over. They're coming.
That's
This is Texas. It's
Los
Texas.
Angeles, San Francisco,
San Antonio, no, Los Angeles, San Francisco. Like that's how you say it.
Right. That's a fact.
They ain't no look at the English language. They ain't no Los Angeles. That's not a thing.
You can go all through Pennsylvania and look at the towns, the street names. It's all Indian names. They're all still Indian names. You go throughout Jersey, it's all still Indian names.
Brand, Monique, salute.
That's true.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I mean, look,
Salute everybody.
history happened. It is what it is, but it's up to us,
Yeah,
people
they
like
got
us,
so
to
much
get
history here,
educated.
so damn much history here in Texas that they trying to hide, man. So much
Yeah.
history here in Texas that they trying to hide. I mean, yeah, they're. I mean, the fact that they talk about the Battle of the Alamo and all of that kind of stuff here in Texas. One of the things that they don't tell you is that in the Battle of the Alamo, that was Spanish-speaking black people. Like everybody was probably darker than me that was in the Battle of the Alamo. They got the Yellow Rose of Texas. That particular song is about a black woman, and and the Hispanic culture run around singing that like it's their national anthem damn near. But it's about a black woman, and she was one of the people who turned the tides of the Alamo. I mean, the even crazier than that is the fact that people. I mean, so many black slaves were running. I mean, it like from Texas, fleeing south from Texas, going into Mexico. You had slaves going south and further south, all the way into the Spanish territory because they were able to hide free and clear because everybody looked like them. I mean, they hide all of that shit from them. They hide too much of it from them.
The Lone Ranger was a black man named Bass Reeves, but they put it on TV like he was a white man.
He was like a white man, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Cleopatra was
That's
a black
crazy.
woman. They put her on. Liz Teller played Cleopatra.
Damn, I could see right now I'm gonna have to be the one to ring y'all asses in all the goddamn time.
My bad.
What the fuck? The goddamn Cleopatra and goddamn motherfucking Beyonce and all the motherfuckers ain't got shit to do with Christopher goddamn Columbus, our hero.
Man, I was about to say something about Fred Sanford, bro.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn Crook, salute. Cab, salute. James J, salute.
That's why it's good to have somebody on the panel that don't fucking get high, bro.
That's a fact.
Keep us. I forgot all about Christopher Columbus alien ass.
Probably James will smoke. The 3 potheads on top.
Shit. All right, I'm the designated driver. I'm good.
Yo, hit that like button if you a pothead. Fuck it.
No, man. Hit that like, man. Hit that like.
Hey, word up. Hey, Vlad, you got glasses on. You shouldn't be that damn blind.
Sorry, I guess it's agreed. Christopher Columbus just a piece of shit then, right? All across the board, we all agree.
Yeah.
You know,
all right, fuck him. We can put that to rest.
He's a piece of shit. Was he a UFO? Is he an alien?
Let's talk about the next holiday, but we ain't gonna talk about this holiday in a bad light. Let's talk about 420. Fuck all that.
420, that's a fact.
That's my holiday.
The ones at the bottom don't know nothing about 420.
Hey, wait a minute. Let me go in. Let me get in on this one. So we're gonna talk about 420, which is Adolf Hitler's birthday.
Black, I told you.
Hey, bro, hey, Daryl, my bad. I forgot we had this fucking historian on the panel. Yeah, James.
Black, he's that guy. He's that dude.
Teach us something, James.
Put him in the big screen. Let him explain this shit. I want to hear this shit. Put that man on the big screen, Black.
Yeah, he got it.
He got
it.
Yeah. Oh man, so we're Nazis now? What the fuck?
Oh man.
Don't get quiet.
Fucking holiday. That's the only holiday I fucking like to celebrate.
You know what I'm saying? You're about to fuck my holiday up right now. I don't like you no more.
Hey,
man.
Oh, man.
Nah, go ahead, my brothers.
My bad. Nah,
that's all good.
Hey, 420. I'm gonna smoke one with you. I'm gonna smoke one with you on 420, right?
So that's Adolf Hitler's birthday, you said.
But guess what? Guess what? He
Yeah.
ain't
What
the
that
only
mean?
one birthday on that day. My
No,
fucking grandson
no.
birthday that day.
That's a
So
I
fact.
want to hear this. I
fuck
want to
Hitler.
hear this.
He's not lying.
That's
So 420. So you think do that have anything to do with the holiday? Because there's a lot of people born on 420. So does that have something directly to do with
man.
the
So you
Nah,
saying
holiday?
those
nah,
are Hitler's
nah.
kids? Anybody born on 420 is Hitler's kids?
Damn.
Damn.
So nobody wasn't born before Hitler on
Damn.
I'm
420?
out of this shit.
Damn, cool. That's fucked up.
Hey man,
Oh, shit.
hey, just forget I said anything. Just forget I said anything at all, man. My bad, my bad, my bad.
It's all
We
good,
might as
Jay.
well pull all the bad days from every goddamn criminal that was doing some massacre out there. We be fuck those numbers.
Hey, it's
We
all
be
good,
fucking
bro.
those numbers. What happened on this day? Oh hell no, that's crazy.
Listen, man.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna smoke me a Hitler blunt then. Shit, fuck that. I'm smoking a
Yeah, I'm
black
smoking on
Hitler.
I'm smoking on
I'm
Hitler
smoking
right
on
now. I'm
Hitler.
smoking on Hitler. Fuck it.
Fuck
I'm
it.
smoking on some Hitler.
Don't say that around the wrong motherfuckers. You smoking on Hitler.
Well, if I
Hell
say it
yeah,
around the
shit.
wrong one and they respond bad, I'll be smoking on them next.
Yeah, motherfuckers say you smoking on Hitler. Motherfuckers be trying to cop that off you next. Where you get that Hitler from, cuz?
Hey James,
Can you imagine? Yeah, that'd be
hey
crazy.
James, hey, what all holidays you talking about, bro?
I
All right,
mean,
so
it's all you
one of my
guys,
one of
man.
one of, one
I'm
of the
here for
shows that I
the
got coming up is gonna be about Martin Luther King because I believe that his death was a direct his holiday was a direct from his death. I don't think if he would have died, he wouldn't have had a
What the
holiday.
fuck
I
are
don't
you
think.
talking about?
Yeah, I
Fuck you
don't
mean?
know.
Dr.
Let
Martin
me hear you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hold up,
All right,
hold up,
there you
hold
go.
up,
Because
hold
I
up.
was
Wait.
about to speak Spanish to you, and you know my Spanish is fucked up.
You got my man face palming himself, bro.
Oye, pero tú eres un bruto. Tú siempre dices una cosa y otra cosa.
Man, te quiero Taco Bell. Like,
Yeah, Taco Bell. I'm gonna do Taco Bell, right?
Black.
Oh shit.
you
I
know my
think
shit fucked up.
I think he should be
Oh
celebrated
shit.
because he sacrificed his fucking life.
No, definitely. No, I'm not saying he shouldn't be celebrated, but I'm just saying that holiday has blood on it.
Oh yeah.
Martin Luther King's
What
death is the
holiday?
blood that's on Martin Luther King birthday, the day that we celebrate Martin
Man,
Luther King.
no disrespect, but it was one man that got killed. You talking about thousands of these people that got killed from this guy acting like he discovered.
Oh, we about to start a debate here. I
Here
smell a
go Cuba.
debate.
Hey,
Here go
I hear
Cuba.
it
You know how
now.
Cuba.
Here we
You didn't say
go.
nothing about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead,
How you
Black,
gonna
get
say
at
hey,
me.
something?
Get
Hold on,
at
I
me.
Cuba.
had to
How you
call
gonna
it a
say
day
something and
earlier.
you don't say nothing
I
about
can pull out all
avocado?
my native tribes and ready to.
How you say something and you say nothing about avocados?
Leave
Oh wow.
my motherfucking avocados alone.
Hey, this racist. This
Yeah,
racist.
see
I'm
that
giving
shit?
y'all a strike. This is racism at its finest. And
Yeah, right?
Black,
this
These
is
fools
this
are
black,
is y'all
shit,
black.
first
right?
strike.
Pronounce that word. Pronounce that word again.
Avocado?
No, the other word. You know what word we talking about?
Let me see. I can't answer. It's answer. Could you answer it? Could you answer?
Can you answer?
Could you answer? I can't. My dude wrote. He wrote AWNSER. That's not how you spell answer. But he wanted y'all to answer him. He wanted you to answer him. That was the answer.
Oh shit.
A lot of people don't get it, but it's something
Yeah,
you
y'all.
just don't. Oh my God!
Y'all switching it. Y'all taking away from the educational value of the first hour of the show.
Yep. Y'all sure
So
is. Get on them, Chill.
That was a good
yeah,
answer.
so
the moderator,
just
Yes, sir.
just need to tell you,
That was a good
just
answer.
the
Get on them,
moderator
Chill.
has spoken.
for
Supposed to
all
be about
comical
fucking.
purposes, I enjoy what you guys are talking about, but you're disrupting the educational value
That's
of the
right.
show.
I thought we all agreed that Columbus wasn't shit. I thought
Yeah,
we
but
agreed on that.
somebody went back. Somebody went back. Somebody got back on the ship. Somebody said something about a ship.
Oh, so they confirmed yet? We got a debate on that.
I think so. Somebody rooting for him. I thought. I don't know.
Who rooting for him?
I don't know. I thought we slaughtered him, but I
Hey,
heard
that's a
something about
fact.
a
I
ship
thought it
or
was
So
over
something.
look,
with.
how do we celebrate Columbus Day? Because there's like July
I
4th,
never
we got
celebrated.
fireworks.
Like you
Thanksgiving.
said, Black.
Well, let me
We
tell
just
you
get
from
the day
my
off.
Cuban
We just get the
aspect.
day off.
Well,
Yeah, I never went and put on no old school clothes and went to try to fight the First World War, no shit like that. You know what I mean? I ain't never tried to reenact no
We had
war,
to do
no shit.
Right. I
we had to
enjoyed
do
the
a
day
book
off. That's
report.
what I did as
But
a
you got
kid.
some hardcore historians that do shit like that.
It's
They
mainly
go reenact
Italians.
wars and shit.
It's
It's
mainly
crazy.
Yeah,
Italians
hey, that's
that
a whole.
celebrate Christopher Columbus.
You said only
It
That's
really
that's why
is.
Italians?
It's
certain
really
Italians
Italians.
that's why
Yeah.
certain Italians claim they don't know nothing about slavery
Yeah. It's a
because
fact.
they attached to fucking Christopher Columbus.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
I
a
mean,
whole
my
fact.
bad, my bad, my bad, my bad. I
That's
won't.
a lie.
Mm.
That was deep right there. They
Que
did say
jodón.
Italians. They said
Because
Christopher was Italian.
when the Moors were making their way through Spain, I mean, yeah, when the Moors were making their way into teaching all of the people of that particular time, they, I mean, that whole area when they dominated the Moors, they actually enslaved Moors. They enslaved Moors. They pushed Moors out, killed them. I mean, and then started hunting them down. So that's a lie for Italians to say that they know nothing about slavery, man. For real, that's bullshit.
Right.
That's straight bullshit. They
I mean,
hunted
that whole trip involves
African
slavery.
Moors. Yeah, I mean, like
Look,
that's
he
really
was
truly all
bragging
that
in
it
his
was, man.
writings, and in the writings, he was saying that the natives were such nice people, and that they would be easily taken over and made into slaves. Like it was a piece of cake for him because they were so
Yeah, that was
willing
in
to
his
give of
diary.
themselves.
Yeah, that was in his diary.
Yep.
He said that in his diaries. Like in his journals that he turned in, that he submitted to the kings, when he told them people about this
Yep.
shit, he said that like, hey, we can get whatever we wanted from the people. They came out with these
That's
people
right.
brought us the finest cloth, the finest cotton, the softest cotton that we've ever had. Like shit, like you ain't never had cotton before. That show you how like Nick Cannon calls it. Nick Cannon said it is best. I hope I don't get you guys canceled for saying this shit. Nick Cannon called them people barbaric and shit, man. It goes to show you how barbaric the people
Yes,
were.
you're
Like,
right.
damn, Africans
Yep.
Africans who were barely wearing any clothes, who were over in the Americas, thousands of miles away from their homeland, were bringing y'all stuff that y'all ain't never had. Y'all was so enamored with it. It was ridiculous. But anyway, I land my plane.
Hey, gentlemen, look, it's a pleasure meeting you guys. I got to go feed these kids. And then I hope to join you guys
Likewise.
next week or tomorrow, whenever you do this next. It's been a pleasure, man. I think you guys are great, and I'm going to support the cause. And if you need something from me, let me know. Black knows how to get a hold of me. All right, fellas, I'm out.
Hey, James A, that's a fact. James A, that's a fact. That's why most people from the islands are mixed with Portuguese. If you look at their DNA, a big part of their DNA has a Portuguese line in it. So that's a super fact, especially Puerto Ricans.
Damn. See, are y'all gonna go out and get that 23andMe?
You said what again? I'm sorry.
I said y'all gonna go out and get that 23andMe?
No.
That DNA testing, whatever.
I did the other one. I did the other one, the Ancestry.com one. I want to do that 23.
They've been trying to tell me to do that one. What y'all think about that?
Hey, you want to know something? I would do it only if I could like telling people, hey, destroy whatever DNA you get from me after I get my results.
You know what?
I
You
was
know
You
what?
know what I'm saying?
talking
Yeah.
about.
You know what's the best DNA out there? The matriarch and the patriarch of your family, the elders. You go to them. You don't go to
There
these
you go.
white folks and let them tell you who you are. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
go to your elders and you listen to your elders. And that's the problem. Nobody don't listen to the elders.
Hey, can I say
Man, that's
something? Right?
100%.
If you think, listen,
Respect.
this is some very good advice, right?
I don't
If
think
you
they're gonna
think, if
remember.
you,
You think so? They so old?
Cuba, Cuba, pero cállate, oíste. Yo, listen, right?
No, I'm
If,
just saying.
if you think, if you
Hold on,
think,
hold on,
if
hold
you
on, hold
think
on.
that, if, if you think that your girl is a hoe, right? Go get that ancestry.com shit, right?
What
And it'll,
the
hey,
hell?
listen, yo, wait, listen, because it really
What
works, right? I'm not even
in
lying
the
because I did it.
YouTube
Listen,
is going
if
on here?
listen, if you think your girl's a hoe, you get it, right? Because I got it for everybody in the family, right? And it just told me anonymously who was my kids and shit. I ain't do it for that. I knew it was my kids, but they don't have the information. They don't ask you to write none of that information down. You know what I mean? So when their test came out, it like hit me up and was like, yeah, we found such and such results, cousins, DNA matches that either have to be a sibling or a child, and that's a cheaper way instead of having to pay the 3 or 4 something to get the the DNA results through the doctor. You can get that shit, and then once it come back through ancestry and it's not your kid, first the girl's a hoe, and then you could go get the real test so you could take it to court. You know what I mean? And
Right.
you
Oh
good,
shit,
and that's
that's
just
a
a
cheat
little bit
code,
of
man.
So that's some
That's
game
a
right
cheat
there.
code.
yeah,
Chill,
that's some
chill.
yo $60 game. That's sixty
Yeah,
dollar game.
yeah. We charge
Oh
$60
shit.
an hour to
It's
think for you.
$60 game. You welcome.
Cheat code right there. Damn.
It's a fact.
Boy.
You hear it only from here.
It's a fact. It's a super fact. I promise you.
So so what else
Our ass in my
what
life.
else kind of way you could tell if your girl a hoe, you know?
Oh shit.
I don't know the other ways. I just know that was one right there. I don't know. I was trying to let my peoples out and shit. No, I don't know. That's something I gathered up over my few years on this earth.
I don't
Yeah.
know no.
You gotta start out.
$60. Yo, $60 could save you 18 years, boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck what you heard.
On the 18th
18
birthday
years
you
of
found out it
penance.
wasn't his. Shit. I know nigga done did time in jail for child support and fucking child wasn't even his.
That's crazy.
It's a lot there. A lot of that shit been happening too, man. I've done read stories like that.
All
18
That's
this
years.
shit,
crazy.
all this shit is because of Christopher Columbus.
But wait, don't say 18. That's false. Chill Wills. You said
Huh?
18 years? That's where?
Well, yeah, I know it's more like until you dead, but it's 18 is the fundamental thought of it all.
No, I thought you meant by you have to
Your
be paying
parents never,
child
yeah,
support.
right. That's what I'm talking about. 18 years for child support.
It's not 18.
You never heard the kids. You never told the kids. Well, 24 if they don't go to college, right? You ever
Correct.
24 if
you
they
you
do
ever
go to
told the
college.
Correct.
kids
24 if
you
they do.
you ever
If they do.
Yeah, they
if
do
they
go to
do right?
college.
Okay.
You ain't
No,
never told
no.
your kids when they 18 they getting the fuck out. That's like the
What?
saying
Uh,
18.
shit,
What?
hell no.
I told all my kids that, and they all stood to their mid-20s or some shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
My 22-year-old still at home. We ain't got one baby left.
Shit, my mother told me get the fuck out of that 15.
He must have been a bad little motherfucker.
That
Oh,
motherfucker shit.
shit.
You don't like it,
I had my
motherfucker? Get out.
crib at 16, but my mom still came over and cooked for me and everything else at my crib. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm right
yeah.
in the back of the line with blacks of the P.
Mother said, what? Motherfucker, you tough, you grown? Get the fuck out.
Oh, shit. I
Get
was
the
still in
fuck out.
junior high school. Fuck you talking about?
Shit. My mom was at my house more than she was at her shit.
I'm trying to tell
Hey
you.
James, I don't. James
You got the
asked.
crib, right?
Yo,
After you got
James.
the crib, right? Ain't that
James
some
asked if anybody know who controlled the Caribbean islands before they were colonized. I don't. Do y'all know?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It was the native people. It was us. And ain't no secret. Most Caribbean people are our color.
Say the skin of copper tone descent.
Yeah. Like that's not no coincidence. We controlled the globe.
No,
We
it's not a
controlled the
globe.
whole earth.
Yeah, the earth is a plane.
Yeah, well, we controlled the plane.
They just put
That's
a
a
T on
fact.
the end of it, made it a planet.
That's a fact.
A
We
plate
controlled
is
this.
round, but it ain't no ball.
That's a fact. So I'm not divulging whether it's a circle. I'm saying
Here we
it ain't
go.
no damn ball.
Just here we go.
Black about to start with that shit. This supposed to be Thursday. This Thursday episode. Here we go.
Say black, make a nigga cry, bro. Make a nigga cry.
That's Saturday. We cry on Saturday. What you talking about?
Make a nigga cry right quick. Fuck it.
Anytime you fucking laugh, I gotta look at Daryl's picture.
Make a nigga cry right quick.
Daryl crazy as hell.
You said make us cry real quick. Now we cry on Saturday.
That nigga drop one of the motherfucking sad fucking stories on your fucking ass right quick.
Yeah, that is absolutely right, Eve.
Hey, chill. Hey, Lil Down, we cry on Saturdays, bro.
On Saturday?
We talked about this shit already. we had this discussion. Saturdays is cry with us day.
Saturday, we cry on Saturday. So anybody got any problem, bring it on Saturday. We gonna cry with you.
Open candle on Saturdays. That's a fact.
Wait till I get.
Fuck it. Yeah, that is hilarious, man. I appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with us for tonight for the first show back. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we be back with the St. Patrick's Day, and you know we gonna go from there every day. You know something.
And we
new.
not claiming to be professors. We ain't.
That's a fact.
You know, we don't know everything. You know, it's a learning process. So,
that's a fact.
You know, don't get up there and say all them niggas dumb. Cause we are.
Where y'all go? We going to the dumb podcast.
That's gonna be the new theme song. Dum 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 da dum.
Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering. Making it to brighter days was my main discussion. Now I'm making music daily and they saying they love it like wow. I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Nipsey Hussle prolific, always knew I was gifted. Bumping Midnight Marauders, but serving biscuits for tips. And I hated having employment. Started rapping in cafes and they would call me a poet. They tried to call me the savior, tried to call me the one. I called me the son, asking for help was calling they bluff. Calling me from a higher power, never give up. I looked inside the mirror, realizing that I got us, it was us. Cause it was us the whole time. People come and go, but it was us the whole time. It was us the whole time. People come and go, but I came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing, I can't stop. Came from nothing, I came from nothing. Leave the past in the past, but remember all. Even when I could've crashed, I considered y'all. Who I am, I get something, I'ma split it all. I seen it all, I did it all, I said it all. Back on the wall, I didn't fall, I stayed involved. And I'ma ride, that's if you call, no string attached. And when we shine, we all recline. I'm leaning back from out the mud, just like you was, let's bring it back. You came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing, you came from nothing, you can't stop. Came from nothing. Been in my zone, feel it still in my spirit, I've been on my own. Still just living my legend till my day's gone. Still been feeling grateful just for making it home. Giving me grace, feelings of God, let's give him some love. Giving me space, hold the applause, just give me a hug. If I said that I would catch you, would you fall for me? If you ain't heard from me lately, would you call for me? I'm in this ride like wow, I really came from nothing. I remember days, it was pain and suffering.
And Jay